Make sure to grab one of these because inside are all the food booths listed along with what items are in each booth so you can maximize both your treat and your time budget. There's also info about each of the concert series, festival activities, and more, so it's like your little secret weapon to all things food and wine festival. But how do you actually take all of this information and turn it into an incredible Disney day? Well, here's some tips so you can make the most of your food and wine experience because you want to eat the best things, have the most fun, and avoid stress. Now, one of the best ways to do that is to set your day up right. Most of the booths open at 11 a.m. with World Showcase. Make sure you're in the park, ready to get your festival on by that time. Actually, make sure you're in the park ready to go well before that time because the festival can get busy, like capital B busy. This festival is especially popular with locals who come here and make the weekends and evenings even busier. If it's at all possible, be here during the week, especially before like 5 p.m. to help potentially make your crowd levels lighter. While most of this happen around World Showcase, if you make a beeline just down this middle path here, you might actually be missing out on some booths and some yummy treats like these yuca fries over in the fry basket. That's because some of the booths are positioned off to the sides, like over by Test Track and kind of where the old Starbucks used to be. Including the Brew Lab, which this year is Muppets themed. A lot of cute Easter eggs and details to look at, plus it has some of the most interesting food in all the festival, including the absolutely wild pickle-flavored milkshake. I'm not sure if I'm going to be brave enough to try that one, so we'll just have to see how I'm feeling later. And of course there is some sweet AC in there, which is great because you've got to pace yourself. This is a marathon, not a sprint, y'all, especially in the hotter months, so take some time to cool down, stay hydrated, and pace yourself. This was me at my first food and wine festival. The hat is on and I found some shade because it is so hot, oh my goodness gracious. I didn't take any breaks and it was rough. Now, I've been coming to Food and Wine Festival for a few years now, so a lot of these tips I learned from personal experience. Now, one of the things that I did right on my first Food and Wine experience was that I planned what I wanted to eat ahead of time. I literally printed out all the menus and put little dots next to the items I had to try. Plus, planning and dreaming about your next Disney trip can be so exciting too, right? There's a lot of food here, so having some idea of the items that you definitely want to eat can help you plan your day. You can check out all the menus online in advance. My Disney Experience app even has a virtual passport to make your navigating and planning even easier, which we're all about here. Some things that make my must-have list every year. Now, I love having my tried and true favorites, but today I want to challenge myself to get a returning treat, but then also get something that's totally new for this year, and then also get something off a Meals Montage Fromage checklist. But first, I've got to get something else. Another essential item for any Disney festival is the festival gift card. It makes budgeting at the festival really easy because you can preload a determined amount because it's really easy to spend a lot at this festival. Again, may or may not know from personal experience. It also leaves your hands free for carrying more yummy treats and tasty beverages that even though it's festival themed, you can use it anywhere on property that a Disney gift card is accepted. Now, I'm usually a starting Canada kind of gal anyway, but especially for the festival, starting in Canada is a smart move because some of the best booths are all one after the other starting this direction. Alright, it's got the croissant escargot. I've had this one before. I think I've actually had it about every year, some variation of it every year at the festival. Oh, it's flaky. Now, not every festival booth is open yet. There's going to be 4 brand new ones to this year's festival, but they're not opening until September 22nd. Just want to give you a heads up so that you don't miss any amazing treats and can just have the most incredible Disney day because I believe Disney is a happy place. So glad that was my returning treat. Now, I'm a little worried about the cheese treat that I want to try because it is heavy and it is a hot day. But this next one, my new treat for 2023, should be perfect for this weather. Pick out the top couple of treats you've got to try and prioritize them. That way you're not running the risk of lines being too long, them running out of the food item, or maybe even getting too full and potentially not getting the thing you're most excited about. Now, for me, one of those was this Fire Taiko roll over in the Japan Pavilion. This is a brand new treat for this year. While food is definitely the star, there are other activities like the Eat to the Beat concert series where you can catch different artists performing throughout the festival's run. Ooh. Here's a list of all the showtimes for the concerts, and you can find a full list of who all is playing either in your handy festival passport or online. Now, if there's a concert you really want to see, especially if it's a popular band, get in line early because these shows can fill up fast. And definitely don't chance it by waiting till the last showtime because if you're in line for a show and that one fills up, you're automatically in line for the next show. Really don't want to risk missing the concert. Then you can also get to the Eat to the dining packages, which will ensure you a seat. However, these reservations can book up fast, so book early. Ooh, that's cute. There's 3 different merch lines this year, and you can find them in booths around World Showcase and even in Creation Shop. Welcome to Germany, home of my favorite little Epcot festival detail and my cheese treat for this year. One of the other food and wine activities is a meals fromage montage, where if you get 5 of the designated treats, like this Schinkendillen.
Schinkennudeln.
Yeah, that one. You get all 5, you get a bonus completer treat. This thing is hefty. Maybe not the best. Oh, there you go. That like cheesy top is so good. It's like mega mac and cheese. Honestly, not sure if I'd get that treat again, but I'm sure the weather is not helping how I felt about it. But ultimately, I got all 3 treats that I want today and accomplished everything I set out for. Now I'm gonna go for a bonus new treat for this year because it sounds just so crazy that I have to try it. Not sure. First it's like, oh, this is chill, it's just a normal milkshake. It was like a vanilla milkshake, and then also got hit with like the dill and the brine, and I don't know how to feel about it, but I think I'm gonna go in for another sip. Yep, that's definitely the most interesting treat of this year. But all this also made me think of another tip for a festival. Actually, it's like my, big tip for just Disney trips in general, and that is to pick a few things that you like absolutely have to do, prioritize them, and then everything else is just bonus. There's 25 booths this year and literally hundreds of treats to try. That's a lot to do in one day and potentially a lot of expectation. Again, speaking from personal experience, so show yourself a little grace. Even if you can't do 100% of things, you're still gonna have a magical day because really it's about the memories you make along the way, even when that means trying a pickled milkshake. Now, if you're excited to start planning your next Epcot festival, check out this video here, and I'll meet you on Main Street.